Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, BRL Exia 1984 on a Friday night as we get ready to finish off the final season of the BRL Formula 2 Championship as we get going. We have an 11-point split between Ferrari Nut and Ham Newton here to decide who is going to win the overall championship as we get started here. We're just waiting for the drivers to finally finish checking in before we get going. Um, I just have to say there's going to be a few changes. We see that Ulster Stig, is he back in? He is back in. Showed a very strong performance. JRT Salt, he is in here as well. He also showed a very strong performance. And here they go around the final bend onto the main straight. Let's see how they stack up as they go through. Alderfer sitting up there in the top. He is looking strong. We're going to try to jump up here as best as we possibly can. Mean Fern. Now Ham Newton, Alderfer Jr. still looking strong after turn one with Mean Fern sitting second. His teammate sitting second. Alderfer and Ferrari not bouncing around as Mean Fern sits up there. Hoopalicious. Here comes Ham. Ham sitting fourth. We're just trying to keep track of everybody as they go through here. Now we have JRT Salt. He's sitting first. Mean Fern second. Ferrari not fourth. It's just jumping around. We're just going to keep track of everybody. We're going to ride along Ferrari Nut. He's the championship leader right now with 11 points. We're going to see how he goes through. Onto the DRS zone they go. Here he is. Winglet is open. Looks like JRT has the better aero package, but Ferrari Nut gets them on the braking, it looks like, based on how everybody's bouncing around as they go. Pull up the track map as they go around. Onto the second DRS zone. JRT Salt still leading the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix with Ferrari Nut second, Ham Newton third, his teammate fourth. A lot of the drivers starting to sit in. Sparky sitting 15th. Sparky said he was super confident in his car. He was just going to sit back, eat his Chick-fil-A, and get racing. Looks like Sparky's just going to out-qualify his teammate from retiring on the session. We go through Alderfer sitting 7th. Now he's jumping up to 6th, trying to get up the grid to help out his teammate Ferrari Nut in this battle against Ham Newton. Alderfer definitely is going to have to try to work through it to get up to Mean Fern. He's sitting right behind him. Him and Caspit are both battling it out. Here they go, last corner. Kane Ferrari Nut out qualifying. Throw the car on pole. JRT Salt is ahead of him. And across the line, JRT Salt gets it. So close by 0.05 of a second. JRT Salt is going to qualify on pole here at the Dubai Grand Prix for F2 with Ferrari Nut second, Ham Newton third, Mean Fern fourth, Caspita fifth, Hoopalicious sixth, BRL Alderfer seventh, Fin Fan eighth, Ritzy Raccoon ninth, Ulster Stig 10th, GK Phantom 11th, Rhodes falling down there in 12th, Webster 13th, Sparky 14th, and then Taylor Plain is 15th as we get started here. Like I said, you're coming in here at the final race of the season. The Uni Virtuosi Racing team has already locked up the championship, so that is already settled. Doesn't look like any of the other teams have a lot of mix-up, except we do have an overall championship battle between 4th, 5th, and 6th between the MP Motorsports Campo and the Carlin. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that to see where they all finish out. And there you have it. JRT Salt setting a 148.723 with Ferrari Nut setting a 148.770. These drivers are clearly on top of their game, stretching it out. But the question is, you could be fast on pole position, you could be fast on a one-lap pace. Are you fast on an overall lap pace? So we'll definitely see how that plays out. We're going to wait as the screen loads in, as the drivers start selecting their tires, their fuel strategy before the start of the race. There we go. If any of the viewers want to make a shout out to any of the drivers, please let me know. I'll definitely make a shout out for them as they go through. Just waiting on a few drivers. See, as we get going here on the formation lap, and here they roll off. JRT Salt, he's sitting first. Ferrari Nut, he's sitting second. Ham Newton third. Bringing the cars around. Let's see what the tires are that they have on them. Do the full track map for everybody. Let's see, tire strategy. Looks like Ferrari Nut's going to a whole different strategy. ERS Ham Newton's going for a soft. His teammate's going for a super soft. So that, between these top two of Ferrari Nut and Ham Newton, that's definitely going to be something to watch for as the race progresses. But for Ham Newton to set that time 3/10 off the pace on those on a soft compound tire versus super soft, that is something to be seen. Let's see what we have here as we go through. Caspita sits 5th, Hoopalicious 6th, Aldifer 7th. Number 1, Fin, he's sitting 8th. Ritzy Raccoon coming out of nowhere. He hasn't raced in a long time with it. City 9th, Ulster Stig, of course, 10th. Phantom 11th. SF1 Road sitting 12th. Webster 13th. Taylor Clan 14th. Sparky 15th. So if there's a shout out in the comment section, please definitely make a shout out. Also, if you are new to watching BRL, please select the follow button. We have a lot of cool classes, a lot of cool different tiers that you can watch of all different performance levels. Some of the fastest drivers in America and Oceania that race here. Also, we did start up a Facebook page. You know, reach us out there. We have a lot of content that we're trying to develop there for the fans and the viewers as they watch, to give them a bigger insight of what we do at Breakout Racing. Also, check us out on Twitter. If you can't watch the races but you want to keep up to date with things, Twitter. If you want to join us, please reach out to Twitter and Facebook. Message us there and we'll try to get you in on the Discord. Here we go. JRT Salt is bringing the car onto the main straight here. See what he can do. He's lining it up. He knows he's got Ferrari Nut to deal with on the inside. We're going to be waiting for the last few drivers to come around. Here we go. 5 lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. All lit up. We get started for the race. There's a little bit of a delay. And here we go. The drivers get off to a start. Ferrari Nut gets an amazing run on Salt, giving him the door. Kind of pushing him out of the way just a little bit. As Salt gets a run on him. Up to turn 2. Salt gets a better run. Gives him the door. Says, look, you know what? Hey, you're going to give me the door. I'm going to give you the door back. And here they go. As Aldifer, Stig, Raccoon, and Phantom all drop down. We have a virtual safety car. Ham Newton is all over the back. Caspita gets a 5-second time penalty for collision with Mean Fern. Now this is going to prolong a lot of those super soft tires for these drivers as they get started here. Ham Newton is trying to get his tires all warmed up. JRT Salt's trying to pull out as much of a gap as he can. We're going to drop down we were going to drop down, but looks like the safety car is going to go away for this virtual safety car, and we're going to get back up to racing. Let's see what happens. We're waiting for the drivers. It looks like it should be okay. Sparky moves up to 8th here as he started dead last. Definitely keep an eye on that as he's trying to make the run up there. He's always a commentator favorite, one of my favorites, but I can't give him the commentator curse as the safety car, virtual safety car is away, and the drivers are back to racing the green. Here they go. Can Ferrari Nut get past Salt here in this race? He looked strong at the start of the race. Both drivers racing wheel to wheel. See what we've got here. 3/10 back is Ferrari Nut. Ham Newton has fallen back. He's 7/10 back from Ferrari Nut as they go through. Onto the last corner they go. Hoopalicious looking very strong. 2/10 back from FinFan also. He's about 2/10 back. Ooh. Looks like Hoopalicious went super wide. It's going to allow FinFan through. Can Hoopalicious take the fight back? We also have Ferrari Nut. He's in a massive battle up there in the front of the grid. Sparky moving up on Caspita. Sparky sitting 7th. Caspita spun. What a shame there. Looks like Caspita's possibly losing a little bit of wing. We're going to jump over to Ferrari Nut as he's battling. Taylor Clay, he's making work on all the first. These two drivers are going side by side. We'll drop down there and see this battle. Down the back straight they go, side by side. Looks like Taylor Clayton's going to try to check up right behind Aldifer. Who's going to have the better braking as they come down? Taylor Clayton's looking at it. He checks up right behind. Doesn't want to make anything happen. Ferrari Nut still 2/10 behind JRT Salt. Now he's about less than a 10th. Ferrari Nut tries to go for the outside. Does he make it stick? He doesn't. Up the chicane they go. Ham Newton is all over the back of him. It is not helping Ferrari. He needs to get past Salt. He does. They are at Abu Dhabi Toxins because this is the final race of the F2 season. So it is the final race of the season for F2. And here they go. Can Ferrari catch JRT Salt in this race and pull away as Ham Newton is just 4/10 back behind him? If Ferrari Nut wants to win this championship, he has to dig deep. When I say dig deep, he needs to dig deep to pull away as they go. Onto the main straight they go. Salt sets the fast lap. Ham Newton sets the fast lap. Caspita has retired from the session. What a shame. We will see if there's a safety car. It doesn't look like there's a safety car, possibly a virtual safety car. Cody's is not telling me. We have an all yellow around the track. Let me see if I can get a... See if I can see one of the screens around the track. Virtual safety car. We're going to ride along board. Sorry for the jumping to everybody that's watching. We're going to ride along board Ferrari Nut as they get started here. Can Ferrari Nut get the run ahead to try to get a jump on Salt? Salt's been keeping his distance to Ferrari Nut. Try not to let him get any kind of sort of gap or anything like that into this race. So right now, for the viewers that are just jumping in, we are 11-point gap between Ferrari Nut and ERS Ham Newton. Mean Fern is in tow to help out. Ferrari Nut gets a drive-through penalty for virtual. Oh, he's gonna be heated in the race. Let's see what happened. His DRS is open. He knows that this is not gonna help him in the long run. He has to do everything he can. He's got to push those for those laps before he has to serve the drive-through here in this race. As he loses the back end, it looks like he lets Ham Newton go by because he knows right then and there he's pretty much almost lost the championship there because of that drive-through penalty. Question is Ferrari not going to serve it now, take the risk, and then drive those super softs to the end of the race and save on these soft compound drive on the soft compound tires and save on the super softs? Yes, he is. He's diving into the pits. He's going to fall back all the way to the back. Jump down here. Ferrari Nut. Sparky's up to 6. Sparky's making movements here. He started last in the race. Here goes Ferrari Nut. He's still going down the grid. FinFan now 5/10. He's the closest driver to Mean Fern. Having a battling position. We're going to also keep an eye on SF1 Rhodes and Webster. Webster said he was looking very strong during practice. We'll keep an eye on that as we go through. FinFan now 6/10 back. DRS is open. He's trying to reel in Mean Fern. Can he make it stick? Late on the brakes he goes into the final corner. Ooh, a little bit of a lockup. Real tight, but that's allowed him to close it in. DRS is open. Can he make it stick on the second DRS zone in the F2 car? Behind Mean Fern. Mean Fern knows he has to do everything he can to help out his teammate, Cam Newton, from allowing Ferrari Nut to catch up, as Ferrari Nut is sitting 12th. Right now, about 9 seconds back from GK Phantom. He's going to need to push as hard as he possibly can. Let's see as we go through down in the corners, late braking they go. Ooh, Hoopalicious running the car super deep there. He's going to allow Sparky. He's going to catch up. Rocking the all black helmet here in this race at Dubai. Trying to chase down Hoopalicious. Hoopalicious is all over the place. Can Sparky move up even more? We'll definitely keep it. Hoopalicious goes super wide. Sparky trying to get some heat in those front tires because he knows the temperature is going to drop the minute he reaches this turn 1. And it's going to be definitely tricky to get up to 2 and 3 here. Around the bends he goes. Can Sparky make something stick with Hoopalicious? Here they go. He's brought it down to 5/10 coming up to the hairpin pace here. The end of Sector 1, start of Sector 2. Ooh, a little bit of tail happy there. Sparky getting a little heavy on the throttle. 8/10 back, but can the DRS help him out? Looks like Hoopalicious is not going to have DRS. Here goes Sparky. Will he be able to get a late break on Hoopalicious down into this chicane? Not so much. He brought it down to the double sixes in the time. DRS is open. He's still double sixes. He's reeling him in as much as possible. Sparky knows he needs to do as much as he can. Cam Newton, 4/10 back behind JRT Salt. We're going to jump up there in a second when we're going to see what happens here in these last couple corners. Cam Newton's fall back. Sparky gets a 3-second time penalty. What a shame. This is what happens. These drivers push it as much as possible around these tracks, taking the fight in the battle as they go through. Around the corner, Hoopalicious looking very tight as he goes around those corners, trying not to make another mistake. Stig makes it on Ferrari Nut. Ferrari Nut and Oldster Stig battling it out. Ferrari Nut tries the inside. Stig checks up right behind him, goes back to the outside. He's trying to make a switcheroo. He's going to make Ferrari Nut make some work. Number 1 FinFan, Stig. Looks like Ferrari Nut kind of just slapped him right off the track. That's definitely going to be a questionable incident that we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on here in this race. We understand Ferrari Nut is heated due to the incident of getting a drive-through penalty. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that as he goes around the track, as Stig is now starting to reel him in. Mean Fern and FinFan both dove into the pits. As Webster, he's now 5/10 back from SF1 Roads. Jump up to Webster, give him a little bit of camera time as we also see Aldifer, Ferrari Nut's teammate, right behind him. As they go up the first base, SF1 Roads covers the inside. Can Webster make something happen? DRS is open. He's going to try the outside. SF1 Roads doesn't look like he's going to have the defense. He does. He's going to try it back. Is he going to get the switch back? Webster running the car really wide. Aldifer's going to make the move. He's going to leapfrog SF1 Roads. SF1 Roads getting both gobbled up by 2 drivers. One corner. Aldifer's trying it on the inside. Can Aldifer make it stick? He locks up a little bit. Webster runs the car super deep, tapping the side of Aldifer. Both drivers. Oh, Webster spins to allow Taylor Klein to get past him. Hopefully Webster can bring his thoughts in and battle it even more as we get through here in this race. We're going to jump up with Hoopalicious. He's 4/10 back from Sparky. Now Ferrari Nut has to get past. First he has to catch up 16-second gap to number 1 FinFan and get him. And then he has to get past number 1 FinFan. Then he has to get past Mean Fern. We'll definitely keep an eye on that as they go through. Here we have Hoopalicious on Sparky, 4/10 back. Hoopalicious trying to make things happen. Sparky started in the back. He's the big mover of the day here for everybody. 12 places. He is on a mission. He is ready to tear things up. But the 10 through 14 has already pitted. So as long as those drivers 10 through 14 can push and catch, they can reel a lot of people in. Here goes Hoopalicious. He is trying to make it work as Osterstein gets a 3-second time penalty. See, Sparky running an interesting line, trying to cover against Hoopalicious. Webster has retired from the session. What a shame there. Webster was looking very strong. See, where did he crash? It looks like he possibly had crashed. We'll jump down to Ferrari Nut. He's coming through. We'll see if he's crashed or if he just pulled off on the side of the road. See, we'll check the cameras as he goes through. Oh, Webster's lost it. What a shame there for Webster losing the wheel. He was looking very strong in the top 10 position. What a shame. What a shame. Thankfully, there was no safety car, but at the same time, if there was a safety car, so much may have actually happened in the race. A lot of mix-up as we have to see ERS Ham Newton is still 1.3 seconds back from JRT Salt. DRS is enabled. Hoopalicious is on the back end of Sparky. Looks like Sparky tried to check up a little bit. Try to be like, all right, give me a little bit of space here before we start. Here goes Sparky down the main straight, getting his tires all warmed up. SF1 Rhodes makes his way past Alderfer. It's like Rhodes got the jump on both drivers. He jumps over Taylor Clan at Alderfer. Taylor Clan trying to catch his teammate Sparky, trying to bring home the victory for ART here in the most points. Both drivers a little worried about the amount of time that they had for practice, but it really looks like minimum amount of practice, and the ART team is showing a lot of strength. Both Sparky and Taylor Clan sitting 3rd and 6th. They're looking very racy. The question is, can Taylor Clan get past SF1 Rhodes? SF1 Rhodes really needs to show us some pace. He showed us pace before, but he's always backed out of it. Can he show us pace today? They are on the back, and Ulsterstig has retired. Oh my God. Ulsterstig has retired. Oh no, what happened to Ulsterstig? Oh no. Are we back on a virtual safety car? What a shame. A lot of these cars, the back ends are breaking. Looks like we have a virtual safety car. And that's just not going to... Caspita has left the session. As we still have Hoopalicious and Sparky. Looks like Hoopalicious got past Sparky. The virtual safety car is gone. Right there at the end, definitely catching him off guard. Alderfer gets Taylor Clan at the restart of the race here. But that's going to allow SF1 Rhodes to get a 1-second gap. Now this is going to help out SF1 Rhodes though, because as these two drivers battle it out, hopefully they wear out their tires also and allow them to get a pull. Here goes Alderfer on SF1 Rhodes. Can he make it happen? Around the last corner they go. SF1 Rhodes covering as much as possible. Sparky is still 5/10 back from Hoopalicious. Ferrari Nut is sitting 11th. 20 seconds back from number 1 Finn Fan. He's already pitted, so 9 through 12 has already pitted for new tires. So now they just have to wait for the top 8 drivers to pit and change their tires and hopefully get a switch as they go through. Here goes Alderfer, 5/10 back. Can he get a run? DRS is open. He's looking. He's getting the toe as much as possible. We're going to jump on the board. He goes to the outside. Rhodes is going on the inside. Rhodes is going to cover. Alderfer closes the door on Rhodes. Rhodes is just going to check up right behind him. He knows this is an endurance race. He doesn't want to risk anything. We're going to jump over with Sparky. Sparky gets past Hoopalicious coming in the final chicane. Oh, the back end breaks out. Come on, Sparky, recover. There you go, Spark. Push as much as you can. Rhodes clearly trying to make something out. Here goes Taylor Clan all over the gearbox of SF1 Rhodes. Sparky has now fallen 2.1 seconds to Hoopalicious. Can Taylor Clan make something happen as they go around? Mean Fern, he's 5/10ths back from GK Phantom with number 1 Fin Fan in tow right behind him. We're going to jump over. Here goes Mean Fern as they dive into the fast right-hand corner right before the end of Sector 3. Here goes Mean Fern. GK Phantom sitting in 8th. He finishes in 8th. He will start up front at the start of the next race for the sprint. He knows he has to try to hold off Mean Fern as much as possible. Ham Newton's still 1.7 seconds back. He knows right now this second place will lock out this championship for him, almost pretty much giving Ferrari not much of a chance to try to develop any points back for this win. As we still have Taylor Clan 2/10ths back, GK Phantom running his line, covering. Mean Fern looking like he lost a lot of speed on that uphill left and right hand corner. Here goes Mean Fern down on the inside of GK Phantom. He's going to make it stick. But you have number 1 Fin Fan right there. Looks like Phantom lost it just a hair. We're going to drop back with Fan. Oh, number 1 Fin Fan makes it stick there side by side that they go. Looks like number 1 Fin Fan's going to check up right in front of Phantom. Phantom's got his DRS up. We'll see if Phantom can make something stick. He looks on the outside. Number 1 Fin Fan's going to defend on the inside, slowly sliding his car over to the right to cover that. Making Phantom definitely slot right behind him. Taylor Clan gets past SF1 Rhodes here as they come through into Sector 3. And now we start to see, it looks to be, we've got Ham Newton, he's still 1.9 back. Looks like Ritzy Raccoon, he's up by the leaders. The leaders have caught him as well. Sparky has brought down his gap to Hoopalicious by 0.2 of a second, 2/10ths, so that's definitely a good pace, showing that he's not fully losing a lot of SF1 Rhodes. Still looking strong. Sparky's in the pit. Let's see who else dives into the pits. Doesn't look like we're going to have all the fur. We'll keep an eye on that. Nope, the back of the group is still staying out. So Sparky's going to cycle down. This is what we were talking about in the beginning stages. Where are these other drivers going to come out? We still have Mean Fern and number 1 Fin Fan. They're now starting to go by with Sparky on these super soft compound tires. Question is Ferrari nut? He's not going to be able to. He's going to be coming around that last bend here. As Sparky has those new super soft compound tires, he's going to need to push it. Push it like he's never pushed it before, as Ferrari nut set a 152.618. As Taylor Clan, SF1 Rhodes, all get past Aldifer. Looks like Aldifer lost the back end a little bit. That's not going to help him in this battle, as SF1 Rhodes is now up to 5th place in this fight. He's just staying patient as he goes through the race, but at the same time, those drivers towards the back, Mean Fern, number 1 Fin Fan, they're going to be in 7th and 8th. Here we go. Looks like we have number 1 Fin Fan. He's 4/10ths to 7/10ths back behind Mean Fern. The deltas are changing up a little bit, so we're keeping an eye on it as best as possible for everybody, the viewers that are watching. Definitely keep an eye and see when it gets closer at a consistent level. We'll jump over with them based on the track map. Here we go. SF1 Rhodes has now fallen back to 1.4. JRT Salt has dove into the pits. Same with Ham Newton. So right now we have Ham Newton. He's sitting first. Is he going to leapfrog his teammate? They are more than 20 seconds ahead of everybody. Hoopalicious is in the pit. Taylor Clan is in the pit. Oh, Taylor Clan dives in the pit. Does Rhodes dive in the pit? Rhodes dives into the pits. Aldifer dives into the pits. Mean Fern and number 1 Fin Fan stay out. Looks like we have JRT Salt and Ham Newton both coming out. Aldifer gets a 5-second time penalty. for speeding in the pit lane. What a shame there. Here goes GRT Salt. Number 1 FinFan sets the fast lap. They leapfrog them. Cam Newton should be coming out just ahead of his teammate. And he does. What an amazing there. Ferrari that sets a new fast lap. So now it's Cam Newton's chance to punch it and go as fast as he possibly can. Hoopalicious is now 2/10 back from Sparky. Sparky made the undercut work on Hoopalicious. Even with a lot of those mistakes, he made it stick. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that as they go through here. As we have also number 1 FinFan is sitting 4th behind Meanford, about 5/10. We'll keep an eye on that for all the viewers that are watching. For the viewers that are watching, if you have a driver of the day, please write it in the comment for the feature race, and we will let the drivers know at the end during the interview process. As we go through here, it looks like Hoopalicious, he's on 1 lap. Newer super soft compound tires, but based on his setup, anything can happen here as they go through. Let's see, Taylor Clan receives a 3-second time penalty. What a shame. Sparky locks it up just a hair as they go through. Webster has left the session. What a shame for Webster. We're hoping to see him for the sprint race, but he will not be able to join us here for the sprint race as we go through. Number 1 FinFan still all over the back of Meanford. The Uni Vertosi racing team has looked strong all season, locking out that championship early for the constructors for the F2 series. And we can see why. Both sitting right now, 2nd, 3rd, strong performances. No real dominances from everybody except for GRT Salt right now. As Sparky harnesses inner tire, setting a new fastest lap. Ferrari Nut gets another 3-second time penalty. That's really just going to not help him out and not sit well here, having to serve a drive-through. Here goes, he is also trying to chase everybody down. Taylor Clan sitting behind him. Question is whether or not Taylor Clan's just going to sit there and not take the fight. He knows the championship battle's not there. But Ferrari Nut knows now that he's sitting 7th, he has a chance to actually start 2nd in the next race and look super strong here. Question is, can Cam Newton bring home the victory in the feature race with 3 laps to go? We're going to jump over to Hoopalicious. He's now 2/10 back from Sparky. Sparky utilizing all the curves, trying to bait Hoopalicious to go over them. Maybe he'll get the back end of Breakout, but he doesn't. As he goes through, Hoopalicious trying to make something happen. He doesn't. Sparky makes it stick a little bit more. Here they go. All over the gearbox. Will Hoopalicious lock it up and rear end him? This is the closest battle we have on track, other than the battle for 3rd with FinFan and Meanfern, except FinFan has not been able to reel him in. But now we have SF1 Rhodes. He's taking a battle to BRL Alderfer, 4/10 behind him as they come through. As we see Sparky and Hoopalicious come through Sector 3, Cam Newton sets the new fast lap away from GRT Salt, saying, nope, that's mine, sir. Just like this championship. Here goes Hoopalicious around the final court. GRT Salt gets a 3-second time penalty. That's going to solidify Cam Newton's championship here. Here we go. Cam Newton still 2 seconds back from GRT Salt. He knows he's got to keep it within 3 seconds. Hoopalicious 2/10 now. As he goes on the uphill corner here. Can Hoopalicious make it stick? This is the closest battle we've had all season between these 2 drivers. As Sparky is on a rage race, the biggest mover. If he finishes 5th, and I'm going to knock on wood on this one, he gets driver of the day from the feature, from starting last up to 5th, having to battle Hoopalicious throughout the whole entire race. Both of these drivers are looking super strong as they go through. DRS is open. Doesn't look like it opened up. It goes real quick there. Jump over to Alderfer. He's looking close. He's all over the back of the gearbox. Rhodes can see him. He notices he's there. Rhodes kind of faints him, trying to pushes him a little bit wider. Alderfer is going to make it stick. Rhodes going to send it back up on the inside. He doesn't. He backs out of it. He knows his battle isn't with Aldifer, but just to try to bring in overall points for this BWT team. Hoopalicious is still 3 cents back. Ritzy Raccoon receives a 3-second time penalty. Hoopalicious now 2 tenths back. Is he going to send it? He's not going to send it in this corner. A lot of times that corner can be very deceiving, depending on where you're at on the corner and how it kind of sucks you in and then shoots you out. You may be able to catch it with your, maybe able to run the car way too deep than what you really need to. As we see Sparky, final corner onto lap 15 of 16. They go. Here comes the battle. As now we have Ham Newton. He's dropped 2.3 seconds to JRT Salt. The question is, does he know that JRT Salt has a 3-second time? Hoopalicious gets a 3-second time penalty. That is a shot in his foot in this battle against Sparky. Sparky runs it way too wide and catches the curve, but does not get any penalty there. The question is does Sparky have a penalty? I did not see one pop up throughout this whole entire race, but if Hoopalicious doesn't get one and Sparky gets one, this battle is still on. If Sparky doesn't have it, if Sparky checks up and covers the inside, trying to make Hoopalicious do all the work here, coming up to this final chicane here on this back straight as they come down. See what we have here. Taylor Clan 7 tenths back from Ferrari. Is Taylor Clan going to try something on Ferrari in this race? Is he going to try to make it happen? Taylor Clan knows if he starts up front, he's going to start first here for his team. Looks like Sparky will also start, I believe, 5th place on the flip. Sparky still trying to pull Hoopalicious away. Harnessing his inner tiger here for this race. 3 tenths back. Hoopalicious now 7 tenths back as they come up through towards the end of the middle part of sector 3 on this very deceiving fast right-hand corners as they go. See what we got. We have Taylor Clan. He's still 6 tenths back from Ferrari. Doesn't look like he's improving his time at all. He's just sitting there. We're going to jump on. Nice 6 tenths back. Can he make something happen? Ferrari Nut's tires may be dropping, but Ferrari Nut has been looking strong all race, even with a little bit of the mishap. As Hoopalicious ducks back behind Sparky and doesn't try anything there, which is very odd. He was side by side. He could have made this move stick into turn 1, but he didn't. He checked up right behind. Here he goes down on the inside. He outbrakes Sparky. Sparky lets him go by. Sparky knows, hey, look, he's got a 3-second time penalty. I don't have a 3-second time penalty. You know what? I'm just going to allow this to happen and work. And here we go. We are on the last lap of the race. JRT Salt still leading this race. Lap 16 of 16. Ham Newton now under 2 seconds, about 2 seconds now as they go through. DRS is open. Sparky's going to the outside. Sparky's going on the inside. Sparky sends it. He makes it. Does he make it stick? No. Yes. No. The switchback. We had like 2 switchbacks go through Sparky. Hoopalicious side by side, wheel by wheel, down the second DRS. We have a yellow flag as we go through. Looks like, I do not know why GK Phantom came out on wet compound tires. I understand that it's the final race, but it is clearly not something that should be seen as Hoopalicious is coming around. He's lost it to Sparky as Sparky has kind of got his way through here. As we have Phantom still driving around the track on wet compound tires. Can Hoopalicious make it stick? We have a final couple corners for the yellow sector. Oh, as it looks like Ritzy Raccoon was trying to avoid a lot of these drivers here. Oh, Hoopalicious loses the back end a little bit. It's going to allow Sparky to pull as Ham Newton wins the feature race for Abu Dhabi with Salt finishing second. Meanford in third, FinFan fourth. Here we go, onto the main straight. Sparky's going to finish. FinFan's going to finish fourth. Sparky fifth. Hoopalicious sixth. Wow, what a change of event. Did not know Sparky had that many time penalties. Ferrari Nut 7th. Taylor Clan 8th. Aldifer is going to finish 9th. SF1 Rhodes is going to jump Aldifer. So now SF1 Rhodes is going to finish 9th. Alderfer's 10th as we wait for GK Phantom to make it around the tracks on the soft compound tires here. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. ERS Ham Newton wins the overall Abu Dhabi Grand Prix race for the feature race. Now we do still have the sprint. But hey, Drought, how are you? Did you, if you watched the whole entire race, please let us know who do you think is your driver of the day for the feature race. And there you have it. ERS Ham Newton taking home the win in the feature race with JRT Salt second. Third, number one FinFan fourth, Sparky fifth. I'm going to give Sparky the driver of the day, going from last to fifth in a very tight, epic battle between himself and Hoopalicious here in sixth place. Ferrari Nut had a drive-through, but he managed to recover to bring the car home seventh so he could start second in the next race. Taylor Klein coming in at 8th place. Now he will start in first at the sprint race. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. Truly what an amazing race that we've had on these drivers here. The Uni Virtuosi team definitely looking super strong here. Jump ahead here. Look at the overall points here. We do know Ferrari is leading it by 11 points. So he's going to need to pull out all the stops here for this sprint race to make something happen. And there you have it, everybody. Ham Newton first, Salt second, Meanford third, number one FinFan fourth, Sparky fifth, Hoopalicious sixth, Ferrari Nut seventh, Taylor Klein eighth, SF1 Rhodes ninth, URL Alderfer 10th, Phantom 11th, Ritzy 12th, Stig 13th, Webster 14th, Caspita 15th. And there you have it, 27 points for Ham Newton. Ferrari Nut still has an 11-point lead in the championship, so that's going to bring it down to 16 points. So anything can happen at the end of this sprint race. And we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. Ferrari Nut should be starting second on the side of Taylor Klein 2008. Ham Newton will be starting 8th. So as long as Ham Newton pushes it as much as he can, he should be able to make it stick. Here we go. Take a little bit of a break to get some water as we wait for the sprint race. Definitely, if there's any shout outs that the viewers would like to make, please put in there for a shout out. I'll definitely keep an eye on it and see. During this time, as we wait for the drivers to change up the tires and things like that, I would definitely like to make a shout out to the drivers that are coming out to attend on the last race, as well as check out our BRL Breakout Racing League Facebook page, as it is now new and it is up. Please check it out on Facebook. Click the like and then follow it there, as you can definitely keep up with some news and information about our F1 2020 season that we have coming up here, as we're looking to expand our Xbox Racing League here at Breakout Racing League BRL, North American server. And also take a look at our Twitter as we try to keep up to date as much as possible for a lot of the drivers. As Ferrari Nut looks like he sent it through. Sparky had sent it through that sign there going around the corner, as they're looking like they're having an ART front row. Yep, it is Sparky. He is taking out every sign possible at the final race of the season. And here we go, and we are definitely going to go through the grid order as they come around. We have Taylor Klein. He's starting this grid off here in the sprint race here. at first, with Ferrari not sitting second, Hoopalicious third. Sparky is going to be starting fourth. And we have number one FinFan fifth, Mean Fern sixth, JRT Salt eighth, and Newton. JRT Salt seventh, I apologize. Ham Newton eighth, SF1 Roads rounding it out in ninth with Alderfer 10th, Phantom 11th, Ritzy Raccoon 12th, and Ulsterstig, he will be 13th. Hopefully Ulsterstig can show us that performance we saw back in Brazil if he's able to reel in these drivers as we wait for them to reach the final couple corners here. See what we've got. We do know that there's 16 points to play with for this championship that Ham Newton does have above Ferrari not going into the sprint race. The question is, will Ham Newton be able to make his way up the field and make it stick? Definitely wait. We see Taylor Klein. He's lining up at the line. Here we go. We wait for the 5 lights for this sprint race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And they are out. And here we go. Smooth move that they go. It definitely looks like Hoopalicious is trying to make work on Sparky. Sparky definitely getting ahead of Hoopalicious. Oh, Hoopalicious definitely having to watch out as Sparky had to back out before he rear-ended his teammate, which has caused Hoopalicious to rear-end him. JRT Salt gets an amazing start, jumps up to 5th place. Here goes Sparky. He's trying to cover the inside to help out his teammate, as Ferrari Nut is still up at the top as Taylor Klein covers the inside. Is Ham Newton is Mean Fern gonna allow Mean Fern to move through, as we now have a battle between JRT Salt and number one FinFan. JRT Salt, look, he is definitely racing very close to the wall here. He's clearly given number one FinFan the door as they come into the final chicane. Delicious locks it up a little. Taylor Klein falls back. Number one FinFan makes it stick. JRT Salt getting wrapped up as ERS Ham Newton is making the move on the inside. There goes Taylor Klein in 5th. Taylor Klein's covering the outside. JRT Salt's going to fall back as much as possible. But is he going to make the move? Ham Newton down on the inside. He covers it. JRT Salt's going to try it on the outside of Ham Newton. Looks like JRT Salt closes the door on Ham Newton, not giving him any space there. As they go through, JRT Salt wants to bring in as many points home as he can, as Ferrari Nut is sitting first. GC Sparky, aka BRL Sparky, sitting there in second, showing the overall pace. He wants to bring the overall championship here of this race, even though Salt is sitting 5th as they go through Hoopalicious. Looks like he possibly may have some wing damage here in this race. We're going to definitely keep an eye on that. We're going to jump up ahead to take a look at, see, Ferrari Nut sets a new fast lap. Does Hoopalicious have some wing damage as it goes through? No, he does not have any wing damage. That is so good right there for him. As we have JRT Salt and Ham Newton all in tow, right behind number one FinFan. He will be a sitting duck. Hoopalicious has reeled in Sparky as we go through. As Hoopalicious is 3rd, he is trying to make something happen as they go through here. All these drivers looking very racy. JRT Salt is trying. He wants to win the overall race here at the end of this race for the F2 season. He wants to leave a statement before he goes. But Ham Newton knows he needs to make something happen if he wants to close out this championship and not let Ferrari Nut get the win, as Ferrari Nut is now 1.2 seconds ahead of Sparky. Jump over Mean Fern, 3/10 back from Alderfer. Can Mean Fern make his way up, help out his teammate up there, try to allow them to gather some space here? Bush is now falling back to 1.1 seconds. Sparky's reeled in some space. Here goes Ritzy Raccoon on the outside of SF1 Roads. On the second DRS zone. Going to turn. They're side by side still. Ooh, Ritzy gets it around SF1 Roads. There's Phantom. Phantom's on the back of him as well. There's a massive battle here in the back and their freight train. Sparky's been able to reel in Ferrari nut to about 9/10 here so far in this race. As Ritzy, oh, SF1 Rhodes eats it. He eats it, but does he make it stick on Ritzy? Phantom gets a 3-second time penalty. Rhodes falls back. Looks like Rhodes lost it just a little bit. The track sucked him in on that corner, made him lose control, but Ferrari nut sets a new fast lap. JRT Salt 5/10 back. DRS is enabled. Ferrari nut sets a new fast lap. JRT Salt 6/10 back with Ham Newton 8/10 back now. Does JRT Salt have what it takes to try to reel in these front runners here and make it past and win this overall final race of the championship season here for the BRL F2? 0.030 away. He's going to try to do a little bit of an undercut around this corner. Doesn't. Looks like he loses it. Meanford makes it past Alderfer. They get a clean move. Alderfer's going to get the toe on him. Just, oh, Meanford gets the DRS though. He's going to utilize that. He's going to definitely pull away from Alderfer here, coming down the back straight as they go. JRT Salt 2/10, 5/10 back. It was 2 and then gapped out. SF1 Road still right behind Ritzy. They're coming through the chicane. Now Alderfer has the DRS. Can Alderfer make it happen? Here he goes. JRT Salt about 1/10 back. He's looking really racy. Real racy he goes through the chicane. Running the car really wide. Definitely pushing the people out of the way. As he goes through, he makes it past number 1 FinFan. But the question is Ham Newton going to get past number 1 FinFan? Also, as we ride aboard with number 1 FinFan, is he going to cover the gearbox of him? As we jump over to ERS Ham Newton, he is on the back of F1, number 1 FinFan here as they come up to the final corner of this lap. It's going to be lap 4 out of 11 as Ferrari is showing a dominant performance here in the sprint race with nobody to challenge him up there in this race. Sparky still sitting second. Sparky finished 5th in the first. He possibly can finish second here in this sprint race. That would possibly jump him up as the overall points finisher to win this final championship race. Here we go. We do know Ham Newton has a 16-point lead now going into this sprint race. The question is, where does he have to be in order for Ferrari not to win it? Here we go. So, if I'm correct, first place is 25 points mixed with 2 points for the fast lap, so that's 27. So Ferrari gets the fastest lap and wins the race. It's 27 points, but Ham Newton has a 16-point gap. Ooh! Number 1 FinFan having to check up. Looked like JRT Salt may have caught the brakes out or possibly brake check number 1 FinFan here in this race. But based on that, Ham Newton, if he's got a 16-point lead already, with Ferrari winning and getting the fast lap of 27-16, that would put 21 points. That just means that Ham Newton would have to finish at least second in order to get the lead here to win it overall, if I'm correct. I could be very wrong, because it looks like SF1 Rhodes has fallen back here in the race. TK Phantom has fallen back to 12th. Here we go. And Ham Newton makes something stick. Didn't look like... Nope, number 1 FinFan did not lose any wing there. JRT Salt tapped the brakes there. As we go through, ERS Ham Newton, the final corner as they go. Sparky still sitting second. Doesn't look like Hoopalicious is really gaining any time on there. Salt still sitting 4th. Sparky gets a 3-second time penalty. No, Sparky. Hopefully Sparky can hold it in and the other drivers get a 3-second time penalty. And he can possibly have a very strong result here in Dubai. Sam Newton is still working on number 1 FinFan. The Taylor clan all over the back of his gearbox as they go through. Oh, 15, 12, 10. Okay, thank you. Sprint race is different. Okay, thank you, Maverick. As we go through here, so with Ferrari if he wins the race, So it'd be 15 plus 2, that would be 17. So Ham Newton would still have a 1-point advantage. So if my thoughts are correct, Ham Newton has already won the championship. He just needs to finish with at least a few points here. But I could be wrong. If Maverick, if you're watching, if you can do the calculations for me, that would be wonderful. And here we go. Ham Newton definitely gets past number 1 FinFan. He's trying to chase down Salt. There we go. Sparky now 7/10 back from Ferrari. Now he's sitting second. He's looking very racy as well. But will FinFan definitely make the move around him? Not 100% though. The gap is only 10 points. It was a Maverick. It was 11 points going into this, but Ham Newton won the last race, got the fast lap, which gave him 27 points for the feature. Something, I guess it was 11 points or something like that. Now back to the action we go. FinFan still 4/10 back from ERS. Ham Newton as they go. Sparky showing that he's got the pace, setting a new fast lap. He's trying to reel in as many points as he possibly can for the end of this race, even though he has a 3-second time penalty going through here. See, Ham Newton is now 1.3 seconds back. He needs to make something happen to catch up to JRT Salt here. If anything is up in the wind here with this championship staying, we have Taylor Clay. He's 3/10 back. He's trying to show that he has the pace also to compete like his teammate that's sitting up there in second place for the ART team. As he's all over the back of Meanford with ERL Alderfer Jr. all over the back of his gearbox as well as they're coming up onto the back straight. Meanford 1.5 seconds back from FinFan. Not really helping out his teammate as much. As Taylor Clay has the DRS open. Can he make it stick here? Here we go around the second DRS. Does Taylor Clay make it happen? He does not. Hoopalicious is now falling back to 2.4 seconds to Sparky. So if Sparky keeps pushing the way that he's pushing, Ham should have 218 for 14. Just did the math. Okay. If Sparky keeps pushing the way that he's pushing, Hoopalicious could fall back to 3 seconds, which would give Sparky the second place finishes. We were slapped 6 out of 11. I'm not going to jinx it, but as we go through, I'm not going to look. And he may be the overall points finisher here for the whole Abu Dhabi race as we go through, as Taylor Clan is now 4/10 back from Meanford as he's trying to make something happen. As JRT Salt has been able to reel Hoopalicious into 1.7 as now Ham Newton sets a new fast lap of 151.860. Sparky has fallen back to Ferrari now to about 1.7 seconds. Question is, has Sparky dropped off his tires and hasn't been able to get any kind of performance out of them as we go through? As we jump back down here, the grid, and we take a look at Ritzy Raccoon. This is another battle here we have back in the back of the grid with one of our newer drivers, Ulster Stick, who showed us a very strong performance in Brazil as Ritzy Raccoon sends the car like it's a four-wheel drive vehicle over the curves there as they come up through here into the hairpin section of Dubai. As we jump back up. Now Ham Newton is 8/10 back from JRT Salt. Is Ham Newton going to try to make something happen with the last 4 laps of the race? Here Ham Newton goes. 7/10 back. Taylor Clayton also 6/10 back from Ham Newton's teammate as they go through. Sparky is 2.1 seconds. He gets another 3-second time penalty. Sparky is going to fall down the grid here based on everything. He is looking at possibly a 4th, 5th place finish, which is not going to help out Ferrari Nut because Ham Newton's going to slot up. Here they go. JRT Salt lock up a little bit. Ham Newton lock up a little bit into the back as Hoopalicious makes it past Sparky. Sparky definitely looking very racy. These two drivers had an amazing battle throughout the whole entire feature race and towards the end. Both of them like a boxing match. Blow after blow, turn after turn. Here they go. Through onto the main straight they go. They have JRT Salt in tow right behind them, followed by Ham Newton. Ham Newton knowing that he's got to make something happen to catch Ferrari Nut in order to win this championship from Ferrari Nut here in this series. As they go through, Sparky 3/10 back from Hoopalicious. Is Sparky going to send it? No, he's not. He's going to check up right behind him as JRT Salt is right there. Ham Newton still 9/10 back. If Ham Newton's able to reel them in as much as possible, he can get DRS and at least keep Salt in as they go through onto the back straight. Hoopalicious covers the inside. Sparky, DRS is open. Salt, DRS open. Ham Newton, DRS open. You're going to jump over with Sparky. Sparky inside, outside. Trying to do a quick maneuver on Hoopalicious as they go down into the first turn. They go. Hoopalicious covering the inside. Sparky on the outside. Hoopalicious going to get the switch back on him. Sparky a lot better on the throttle than Hoopalicious as they go through. But don't worry. JRT Salt's there. He's also getting the toe with the DRS is open. Will Salt make something happen? We'll see him. He's going to try to make it 3 wide. Hoopalicious covers the inside as Sparky sends it up on the inside as these drivers are going side by side. Looks like Hoopalicious is going to make it stick. There goes Salt. Salt just yeeting the car up into the corner. He's going to fall back a little bit with Ham Newton all over the back of the gearbox as they go through this fast triple right-hand corner as they go through. Looks not really much of a whole lockup as they go through. It is a freight train in the top 5, excluding the leader of this race, a Ferrari Nut, who's pretty much checked out this whole entire race and said, goodbye, I need the points as much as I can. As they go through. Here, GK Phantom switching over to the super soft tires, trying to get the fastest lap and take it away from these front runners as they go through. Ham Newton 4/10 back now. Fin Fan has made his way back into the grid as JRT Salt is looking very racy behind Sparky, but he knows he's got to make something stick behind them as they go through. Here they go over the curves a little bit. Salt looks like he's going to send it, but he's not going to send it into that turn. He's going to try to cover Sparky's gearbox as much as possible. We'll see if Salt, all over the back end. Here they go, onto the back straight they go. Sparky still 6/10 back from Hoopalicious. DRS is open, the freight train has begun. Hoopalicious will be a sitting duck for this as it becomes. We're going to jump aboard Sparky as he comes down the back straight. He's going to look for the outside. Hoopalicious is going to look for, he's going to come across Sparky. Sending it up on the inside, doesn't make it stick. Hoopalicious runs it wide. Both drivers side by side. Salt trying to make it stick. Sparky's going to cover the inside now as Hoopalicious on the outside. Salt definitely trying to make something happen. He is getting squeezed. He's got nowhere to run as Hoopalicious is right there. Salt sends it up on the inside of Sparky while Sparky tries to defend. But Sparky ruins it and falls all over. Oh, poor thing about Salt there. Trying to make the move on the inside with Sparky right there. Sparky probably didn't see them as they go through. Now that's going to slot Ham up to 3rd, Fin Fan 4th. Mean for 5th, so everybody's going to slop up, and it's not going to help out Ferrari Nut in this championship battle with 2 laps to go. We definitely have Ham Newton now 2/10 back from Hoopalicious, trying to do everything he possibly can to get the points that he needs to win the overall championship here. As Sparky is now sitting 7th place right now with his teammate here in the race. As Sparky gets another 3-second time penalty. And that will follow him back all the way back down to what looks to be about 11th place now as BRL Alderfer gets past Sparky. Sparky dives into the pits, but we're going to keep an eye on this close battle here for 2nd place with 3rd and 4th and 5th all in tow here. So let's see what Ham Newton can do. He's looking very strong through this last race. And here goes the battle onto the back straight they go. Ham Newton, DRS open. He's going to check the outside, try to make Hoopalicious make a mistake. Late on the brakes, Ham Newton goes. Ham Newton trying to show him why he's the dominant F2 driver here in this championship season. Making it stick on the outside up to that middle chicane here in the 2nd DRS zone as they go. Looks like Hoopalicious didn't have a whole lot to do. Number 1 Fin Fan tries to cover. We're going to jump over with Hoopalicious side by side. These drivers go. Ham Newton makes it stick, but Meatford is there. try to help out his teammate and put on the pressure to try to get some of these drivers to make a mistake. Definitely have to keep an eye on it. Here they go through the sector 3. We have 2 laps to go, 10 out of 11. We have a massive battle here where we have number 1 Fin Fan. He's sitting 4th right behind Hoopalicious. Hoopalicious half a second back. He was looking very strong for a second, but due to the incidents that we had, a lot of things were messing up. Here we go. Down into turn 1. Does Fin Fan get a better run? But it looks like Mean Fern does. While Hoopalicious falls back just a little bit to Ham Newton, which is definitely not going to help out Ferrari Nut there in the long run of the battle this last lap. The question is, who's going to get the fastest lap? As we now see GK Phantom jumping onto wet tires again here in this race. We're going to jump back up here into the main battle. Sparky comes now out of the pits on a new set of soft compound tires. So he's going to sit 11th. Here goes Mean Fern. He's making the move past number 1 Fin Fan. Number 1 Fin Fan having a little bit of issues with that traction coming out of there. Hoopalicious still looking strong. He's still hanging it in there through the race. As Ritzy Raccoon gets a 3-second time penalty here. As they go through onto the second DRS zone. Can Hoopalicious reel in Ham Newton the best that he can? It does not look like it. But the question is, will Mean Fern get him then? Coming up to it. Late on the brakes, Mean Fern goes here. Through the chain. Up to the left-hand turn before the triple rights at Dubai here as they go through. Question is, will Mean Fern make a move at the last end part of the track to get up to his teammate to put Unaver? Oh, nope. Massive lockup he goes. Looks like Fin Fan's trying to make it stick. Taps the back end of him, but backs out, saying, oh, I made a mistake. Lets him through. Lets him continue. As they go through, that's going to allow Mean Fern to drop back down. Here they go. Ferrari Nut has won the sprint race. Ham Newton finishes 2nd. Hoopalicious finishing 3rd. Mean Fern 4th. Number 1 Fin Fan 5th. Taylor Clan's going to come out 6th. Alderfer coming out with a very strong 7th here. Ulsterstick hanging in there throughout. Oh, he loses the back end. He slides. Can he recover? Oh, no, he taps the barrier. Question is, where's his teammate? His teammate coming down the back straight. He's got Sparky all over the gearbox of him. Can Sparky make it stick? Sparky just sends it up into the final chicane here. As they go through, Sparky makes it stick around. Ulsterstick's going to finish 9th. Sparky does have time penalty points. Sparky's missing most of his wing there. Rhodes also missing most of his wing as they come around. Here we go. SF1 Rhodes making it stick as both drivers are going side by side. Looks like to finish the end of the race. Oop. Rhodes still ahead. Oh, Sparky goes really wide. He loses it. It's another 3-second time penalty. He sends it back across the track. And Rhodes looks like, and we have them doing donuts. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ferrari Nut winning the sprint race here for the BRL F2 Championship. What an amazing battle that these drivers had, with Ferrari Nut finishing. Ham Newton coming in 2nd. We'll definitely have to keep it. I believe that allows him to win the overall championship here. Maverick did state that based on the finishing places that both drivers had, Ham Newton would have won the title. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. Yes, I saw Maverick. I'm reading the text. So Maverick. So based on that, Ham Newton has won the overall championship, I believe, based on the amount of points that he has accumulated. They came in with an 11-point. Ferrari Nut came in with an 11-point lead. We're going to jump back over here, and Ham Newton has finished with 39 points. Ferrari Nut 23. So it is for a fact that Ham Newton has won the overall championship. But at the same time, we have to wait and find out. So you will find out on our Twitter page, because we have to allow penalties to play into a factor in this race. Let's see what happens. So there you have it, everybody. The overall for the weekend, Ham Newton winning it out for the University Racing. Meanford in second and Ferrari Nut third. Sadly, JRT Salt crashed out in the sprint race. And that will slot him into fourth. He would have been up there in the top 3 for the overall weekend. Fin Fan fifth. Hoopalicious sixth. Due to the issues of in the sprint race and the time penalty, Sparky will finish overall 7th. Taylor Clan will finish 8th for the ART Grand Prix team. Aldifer coming into a respectful 9th overall. SF1 Roads coming in strong with 2 points in BWT. Ritzy Raccoon 11th. What an amazing match. What amazing drive a lot of these drivers had throughout the season. So here we go. Let's try to get the drivers invited here for their interview. It's definitely going to be interesting to hear what these drivers had to say. Invite to a party. Please give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we got Ham Newton. Mean Fern. Get Mean Fern in. Please, Ham Newton, please select the audio to include your audio, sir.
Of course.
We are just waiting on Mean Fern and Ferrari Nut. And Ferrari Nut, please check the box to include your audio if you can. We're just waiting on Mean Fern to join in. Mean Fern, welcome to the party. Please check the box to include your audio when you can.
Yep.
All right, and there you have it. We have the top 3 overall weekend finishers in the championship. Not the championship, of the weekend race, I apologize. Here with us.
Also the championship.
Yeah, just happens to work out that way.
Well, I didn't want to jump the gun. I just said, based on the if there were penalties, I didn't know if any of that may have played a factor through it. But I'd like to say Ferrari Nut, for the sprint race, you got driver of the day running the car from literally tone to tone and just showing like an exuberant amount of performance there in the sprint race with nobody really to challenge you up there at the front. And then that'll bring us to you.
Well, that's a little bit of a consolation because the first race, the game just gave me it jumped down a 10th and a half right as that first VSC ended and gave me a drive-through penalty on lap 3. So that kind of ruined my day right from the outset.
Well, and bringing to that, with our third place overall finisher Ferrari Nut that we have here in the booth, one of my questions is we saw what just the dominance that you had in the sprint race. Even though you weren't able to show that in the feature race due to the drive-through penalty, what was going on in your mind after the drive-through penalty and, your kind of drive to survive kind of feature race?
Well, the mentality was, okay, get the penalty out of the way this lap. Don't wait around. Hit the next lap because I was planning on pitting on lap 4 anyway because the tires started to drop off. I was only one of a couple of people on the super soft tires to start the race. A lot of people couldn't switch for whatever reason. But that was the strategy I intended to run there. And I think if a few things had gone differently, I kind of got muscled around by Salt, and I really don't appreciate it. On the first, he actually hip checked me going into the first corner, and then also on the exit of it. So there'll be and also at turn 2. So there'll probably be a little bit of discussion about that, but just pretty much damage limitation. Just try to get us high back up the field, and then literally the first or second lap out of the pits, coming down to the chicane at the end of the first DRS straight. Stig goes a little wide and then cuts back on the track. Same thing that happened to me at France. Just senseless, kind of just trying to rejoin the track in the middle of a tight chicane like that. It's like I gave him plenty of room, and he still just clattered into the side of me and knocked a piece of the wing off. So that just made the situation even better.
Well,
Major
overall,
sarcasm.
due to the fact, no, but still, at the end of the day, there is a silver lining. You did manage to, what I thought of as was a very respectful drive from what has happened throughout your whole entire feature race to still at least get the car to 7th, for that the start of the feature race, you could at least be on the front grid and get past Taylor Klein and push and push for a victory there. Try to bring in as many points as you possibly could to Ham Newton.
Yeah, and ultimately it's come down to 5 points, is what it's come down to, and he's 5 points ahead of me. So that I've actually got a question for Ham. The feature race finish, I didn't actually look. How far ahead of you was he at the line before his penalty got applied?
He was 2 seconds ahead at the line, which was basically the difference in the first stint. Like, I didn't do any practice on the harder tire. My first stint wasn't that good. I made like 2 big mistakes that cost me a second each, and so I lost DRS. And he was about 2 seconds ahead of me the rest of the race. Like, he was pretty quick. I couldn't really maybe toward the second race I was able to eat into the DRS, so I think I had some pace, but the first stint in the first race kind of killed me for winning on track. But luckily he had a penalty, so
Yep. So it came down to yeah. I mean, hey, take it how you can get it, but it came down to a 1 second penalty and or a errant drive-through penalty from the game. I still can't believe that happened. I was going the same speed. Literally, it was holding steady, and then all of a sudden, as it ended, it just jumped down to negative 0.15.
Well, it is a shame, and I'm sorry that has to happen, but we're gonna jump over to the second place weekend finisher, Mean Fern. You haven't had it wasn't like a massive spectacular race through your feature and your sprint. You kind of sat there. It seemed like you stayed your whole entire course through both races, and you somehow managed to finish second here in the overall weekend championship. Talk us through all that.
It was pretty. There's a lot of eventful stuff going around. They had a pretty uneventful weekend. I was doing the same strategy as Ferrari in the feature race, and I think long term really messed myself up by just having a really bad super soft stint. They fell off a cliff after 2 laps, and I was just losing time. And then with the softs, I just couldn't I think my first 5 laps all got stuck with the VSC, or I think 1 or 2 of the laps I was trying to get past Phantom. So I couldn't really put in any quick times, and I think maybe if I didn't get the VSCs, and maybe if I'd gone past Phantom a little bit cleaner, I think I could have possibly challenged for the maybe for the win. I think I could have jumped him in the pits, but him being Salt or Ham, but in the end, I guess it wasn't meant to be. But it's still a really good race. And then the sprint race was just I was just trying to stay back, so there's a huge pack of cars ahead of me, and I was just like, all right, not gonna send it because I know Ham's in there, so don't really want to try to maybe hit him by accident. So I was just gonna stay back, and then got scared when I was a massive crash.
I don't even know what happened.
There's cars everywhere. Yeah, I don't know.
That was crazy.
Well, based on our stream and the way that crash looked, it looked as if Salt was trying to get a run on Sparky, but Sparky was covering the inside. Hoopalicious was kind of covering the inside also, and Salt kind of got stuck in the middle of a can't go anywhere around the track, and then there was a little bit of an incident. That, of course, is up to discussion, and now on to our overall finisher of the championship and the championship leader based on the other 2 drivers in the booth with us. Ham Newton himself. It's been a little bit of an up and down season for you. You were kind of leading it, and then Ferrari net kind of catched up. overall in the battle to bring down the last race in Dubai. At what point in time did you realize Salt had a 3-second time penalty? Because it seemed like the delta between you two was just 2 seconds, never adjusted.
Exactly. He had pretty good pace. Like, I don't even know if I was faster than him really, but like I said, my first stint wasn't great, and that was like the 2 seconds right there. And then I'm pretty sure on the second stint I stayed with him exactly, but I honestly didn't even know he had 3 seconds. I didn't even check. But once it got to like 3 or 4 laps to go and it was still 2 seconds, I wasn't gonna push and spin or something because I have done that in the past. The last race, so I kind of just took it easy at the end, but I did make sure I was gonna stay in the 3 seconds just in case, but I didn't actually know. And yeah, obviously it sucks that Ferrari got that penalty, because that would have been interesting, all three of us fighting, and him being on a different strategy also would have been crazy towards the end of the race. So it sucks that it played out that way, but it worked out for me, I guess. And the sprint race, since I knew I had won the race and the fastest lap, I kind of just wanted to finish. Like, I knew I could get fifth or wherever I needed just by basically driving and staying out of everyone's way, but it was still super eventful because the 3 cars in front of me, when I was running in like 6th or something, they had a actual battle royale, and honestly I probably would have been caught up in that had I not went like super to the outside, because I saw them kind of boxing him in, and I was like, since I have DRS, I had the slipstream, I was like, maybe I can sneak around the outside. But then right at the end I broke a little early, not to get in the way, and there's carbon fiber everywhere and stuff, so I don't really know what happened, but yeah, that was unfortunate. But after that, yeah, I kind of just cruised to the end.
Well, I have to say congrats. You did. We were kind of a little uncertain based on, we knew you
I
had
wasn't
to get
comfortable,
up there
I'll put it that
in
way. Even once I got
we knew
into
you had to
third
get
or
up
second.
there. Yeah, we knew you had to get up there in the place, but we really weren't certain because number 1 FinFan was also kind of taking the
quick.
battle to you guys. But I have to say, for myself, finishing off the season for you guys in the F2 Championship, and for all the viewers, congratulations to you winning the overall championship. Ferrari Nut showing a very strong pace for hopefully the 2020 season, and when that comes, the rivalry between both of you can continue for the F2 season. I'd like to say thank you to all the viewers that are watching as we end the F2 season for, I believe, 2019. Yeah,
Before you,
2019. But yes.
yeah, before you go cutting
too.
us off here, we want to say some things.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh
man.
god.
Don't.
I just want to say, yeah, props to Ferrari for giving me a run that was close the whole way through the season, except probably the first few races. After that, it was neck and neck, poles, wins, everything. And props to Fern, best teammate, keeping.
Uni best constructor.
He was the reason. He was the reason Ferrari was losing some points to me in the beginning too. Fern was getting some wins in second places and poles and stuff, so helped out. Absolutely.
Props to the man. My former teammate went and joined the other team. And then
Grass is always greener.
Unlocked the extra pace he hid from me all season last time around. No, but he's literally the best guy to have as a teammate around here.
Oh, thanks. I wish I could have a.
No offense to Oliver, but you've only been around for 3 races in these things, man. Come on, he's been around from the start.
Hey, I was leading championship like halfway through.
You were actually leading.
That's
the
what I'm
championship
saying,
at one
bro.
point.
That's what I'm saying.
That's and actually he helped
guys-
you out right there by
you
he
guys
was the
all-
only car to get ahead of me at France in the feature race when I had that broken wing.
Oh yeah.
He
That
was
was a
the
great
only
try.
car, so let's how
You
about we
guys
chalk it
good?
up to your teammate
I'm good.
got you the championship.
All right.
I'll take that.
There you have it, everybody. Sorry to cut you guys short, but we do have other things approaching for us for BRL. I'm your host, BRL XC 1984.
Let's go.
I.
Ham, you can do a
Please
shoey.
check us out on Facebook. Check us out on
Shoey.
Facebook. We just started it.
Doing a virtual shoey right
click
now.
like, follow.
no, let's
check
do an
us out
actual
on
shoey.
Facebook and check us out on Twitter. Thank you guys for watching.
Peace.